Hello everyone. In this lecture, we discuss on SNI reaction. Already we have discussed SN1 and SN2 reaction. Now, what is a SNI reaction? S stands for the substitution, N stands for the nucleophilic, and I stands for the intramolecule. The statement of SNI reaction is when alcohol when alcohol is a reacts with the thionyl chloride reacts with the thionyl chloride means SOCl2 thionyl chloride. The hydroxyl group is replaced by the chlorine group. The OH group is replaced by the chlorine group. Chlorine group. This is a nucleophilic substitution. This is a nucleophilic substitution which follows the second order kinetics. The order of the reaction is 2. That means there are the two reactants are present in this reaction. When chiral carbon, this is a chiral carbon. Chiral carbon means there are the 4 different groups which is attached to the central carbon atom. When chiral alcohol is used, there is no change in the configuration. Means the OH group is replaced by the chlorine group from the same side. There is no change in the configuration. So there is a retention of configuration. For example, the 1-phenyl ethanol is reacts with the thionyl chloride, then to form the 1-phenyl ethyl chloride is formed. 1-phenyl ethyl chloride is formed. Now, the mechanism of this reaction is the reaction does not follow the SN2 mechanism. Because in SN2 reaction, this is a only one step mechanism. There is a in this SN2 mechanism, there is a inversion of configuration is possible. Okay, here there is no inversion of configuration is possible. The alcohol first react with the thionyl chloride is SOCl2, forming the intermediate alkyl chlorosulfide. Alkyl chlorosulfide ROSOCl means this is a whole alkyl group. Okay, this OSOCl. The alcohol first reacts with the thionyl chloride, forming a intermediate alkyl chlorosulfide, which can be isolated under mild condition. Means this here the breaking this bond between the carbon and oxygen. This alkyl chlorosulfide which can be isolated under the mild conditions. In this step, no inversion is possible. In this step, there is no inversion is possible. The bond between chiral carbon, and oxygen atom is not broken. The bond between the chiral carbon and oxygen is not broken. Then the chlorosulfide loses the SO2. Then here the hydrogen, here the loss here. Okay, this chlorosulfide loses the sulfur dioxide, minus SO2, loses the sulfur dioxide and forms the intimate ion pair. This intimate ion pair is a short life. Intermediate in which the carbocation carbon and chloride ions are in a close proximity. In this intimate ion pairs, the carbon carries a positive charge, means the carbocations, and this chloride ions means this is an intimate ion pair is formed, carbocation is formed. This nucleophile chloride ions, this chloride ion displays this chloride ions having the negative charge, and this chloride ions is attacks on this carbocations, on this carbocation. Before the carbocation changes its configuration, before the carbocation changes its configuration, it combines with the chloride ions. Before the carbocation changes the configuration, it combines with the chloride ions, and then to form the alkyl chloride, having the similar configurations as the chiral alcohol, having the similar configuration, having the similar to the chiral alcohols. Means here the chloride ion is attacks from the same side. Is attacks from the same side, not a back side. So the retention of configuration is possible here. So retention of configuration is possible. Due to this intimate ion pair, the halides means chlorides ions attacks from the same side, and does not allow any change in the configuration. The chloride ions is attached from the same side of the hydroxyl groups, so there is no change in the configuration. There is no inversion of configuration, even though the bond to a symmetric carbon atom is broken. Even though the bond is a asymmetric, carbon atom is broken, and then the reactions is intramolecular. Because what is the intramolecular? The bond breaking within the same molecules, the reaction is intramolecular, so it is called as a substitution nucleophilic internal. So it is called as a I stands for the internal, S stands for the substitution, and N stands for the nucleophilic. So the reaction is intramolecular. So it is called as a SNI reaction. So it is called as a SNI reaction. Means in this reaction, alcohol is reacts with the thionyl chloride, then to form the alkyl chlorosulfide. The intermediate is formed the alkyl chlorosulfide. This molecule this chlorosulfide losses the SO2 sulfur dioxide and the chloride ions. Then again the intimate ion pair is formed here. Then the chloride, before the change the configuration, the chloride ions attacks from the same side to the carbocations, then to form the same configuration like the substrate. The retention of configuration is possible is here. Okay, there is no inversion of configuration, even though the bond to the asymmetric carbon atom is broken. The reaction is called as intramolecular. It is called as a substitution nucleophilic internal. That means SNI reaction. Okay. Now here the first chapter alkyl halide is finished. Okay. Thank you.